Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend the rules and pass H.R. 4801 to require the Secretary of Energy to prepare a report on the impact of thermal insulation on both energy and water use for potable hot water.
The clerk will report the title of the bill.
Union Calendar Number 364, H.R. 4801, a bill to require the Secretary of Energy to prepare a report on the impact of thermal insulation on both energy and water use for potable hot water.
Pursuant to the rule, the gentleman from Illinois, Mr. Kinzinger, and the gentleman from Maryland, Mr. Sarbanes, each will control 20 minutes. The chair now recognizes the gentleman from Illinois.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I ask unanimous consent that all members may have 5 legislative days in which to revise and extend their remarks and insert extraneous material in the record on the bill.
Without objection, so ordered.
Mr. Speaker, I yield myself such time as I may consume.
Gentleman is recognized.
I thank the Speaker for the time today to discuss H.R. 4801, the Thermal Insulation Efficiency Improvement Act. Today, millions of gallons of water and energy are wasted due to heating and cooling losses that could be prevented through the increased use of thermal insulation. The purpose of this legislation is to help identify opportunities in which we can maximize energy and water efficiency through the minimization of waste in our federal facilities. With the federal government being the single largest consumer of energy in the country, the potential savings from the increased use of thermal insulation has the potential to be very significant in the amount of resources, both natural and financial, that can be saved. For example, we've seen what the benefits of mechanical insulation maintenance in commercial buildings can be, with savings potentially topping $4.8 billion annually. That's enough energy savings to light nearly 4 million homes per year. Up to this point, there have only been small-scale studies conducted to show the benefits of such insulation can have on water and energy resources that are otherwise being wasted. The potential increase in energy efficiency is tremendous, as has been shown through the use of mechanical insulation, but this has not yet been demonstrated on a large scale. That's why I introduced H.R. 4801 with Congressman McNerney. This legislation takes a step in the right direction in demonstrating the benefits of thermal insulation not only to the private sector, but to show the federal government how it can increase energy efficiency and cost savings by applying these techniques on our federal facilities. The bill does this by simply having the Department of Energy compile a study on the impact of thermal insulation on both energy and hot and cold water systems in federal buildings. I believe the addition of thermal insulation to the proper systems in our federal facilities is both a relatively simple yet cost-effective way to reduce heat gains and losses that result in money simply going up in thin air. Estimates also show that thermal insulation saves up to 500 times more energy over its lifespan than its cost, which translates into a fairly generous return on energy efficiency. Simply put, thermal insulation saves energy, water, and money. Once again, I'd like to thank the Speaker for the time to discuss the bill on the floor today, and I urge its passage, and I reserve the balance of my time.